It's the penultimate game for the New York Knicks finals campaign. Comes down to one last game. Can they force a Game 5, or can the Dallas Mavericks sweep the finals and take home their first finals champion? The Knicks, they've only had one single-digit loss this entire series, and even last game, they lost by 20+. Take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Here they are on the Maverick side: Irving, Carter, Doncic, Washington, Lively, Brunson, DiVincenzo, Grimes, Randall, and Len will try and keep this series alive. Madison Square Garden is sold out again. They do not want to be swept. They've been waiting for a series like this. But here we are in Game 4, the opportunity for Dallas to sweep the finals for the first time in Sim Series history is here. Here we go. You can feel the energy. The penultimate game comes down to this. With a 3-0 series lead, Game 4 of the finals is underway. Dallas wins the tip. Here comes P.J. Washington up the floor. We'll go over to Kyrie Irving, who had a great Game 3 with 38 points. We'll see what he can do tonight. Irving over to Carter. Carter back to Irving now. Irving going to drive, going to kick it out to Lively. Lively back Irving. 5 on the shot clock. Irving, Carter throws up a 3. No, bounces back on the back iron. Rebound by Randall. Knicks now up the floor. And of course, they only had 12 points in the fourth quarter in Game 3. They're looking to try and avoid that tonight and put some points on the board. Brunson, Randall puts one up. No, just outside the paint, couldn't get the hit. Washington now ahead. Doncic gets around DiVincenzo. Doncic to the paint and puts it in. And the Mavericks are the first points of the game. Here's Doncic, leading scorer in Game 1 and Game 2. Had that iconic 44 points in Game 1. Irving for 3. Bang! Kyrie Irving nails it. And the Mavericks are up by 6. Grimes guarded by Doncic. Grimes passes it out to Len. Len holding. Brunson fakes his pass. Now can hook it over. That's a 3 from Grimes, and he nails it. Knicks not going away yet. Irving guarded heavily by Brunson there. Now he passes over to Carter. Doncic, deep 3. Luka Doncic. A deep 3 for Luka. Gets the Mavericks back up by 6. Now here's Grimes. Doncic with the defense. Grimes drives, puts that one up. No, couldn't get it in. Randall misses the rebound, and it goes into the hands of the Mavericks. Carter flicks it. Irving, corner. What a pass. What a bucket. Timeout New York. And the lead's 9 for Dallas. What a play for Carter to Irving. Now here come the Knicks. Ahead, Walker drives. That one's blocked by Kleber. Hardaway with it now. He gets it ahead to Doncic. Doncic drives, kicks it. Irving paint. Now out to Lively. Mavericks going to try and regroup. Irving with it. Splits 2, gets in the paint. Now passes it out. Hardaway for 3. Nails it. Dallas now up by 11. Doncic, Hardaway, covered by Grimes. Now going to pass back out to Doncic. Irving with it. He tries from 3 and hits it. Dallas has been automatic from 3 tonight. How about a 16-point lead? This one in the corner. Now going to alley-oop to Obi Toppin. Way to get this crowd back alive. Obi Toppin with a jam. Walker, 7 seconds. Holding it, guarded by Howard. Walker puts one up. No, off the back iron. Kleber the rebound. Ahead to Howard, who won't even get a chance to chuck this one away. And the Mavericks lead by 18 at the end of the first quarter. New York needed to bring the fight tonight, and they are not doing so, struggling from the court. Meanwhile, the Mavericks over 60% shooting in that opening quarter. 38-20 here in Game 4 to end the opening quarter play. Grimes, Toppin, one of the best players this series for the Knicks off the bench. Here's a 3. No, tipped. Toppin can't get the rebound. It's Lively who gets it. Up the floor now. Hardaway, open lane, and throws it down. Tim Hardaway with the left hand. Now here's Walker. Howard going to follow. Here's a 3 from Kemba, and gets it. Nice shot by Kemba Walker, crossed up the youngster Jet Howard. Hardaway drives, now backs away. Passes it over to Washington, who tries a 2. No. What a rebound by Derek Lively, who flushes it down with the right hand. Fought off 2 Knicks and then threw it down viciously. Now, here's Brunson, has had one of the quietest series we've seen. Randle throws it down with 2 hands and hangs on the rim. Julius Randle, a big-time dunk. As now here is Carter. Carter by DiVincenzo. Carter looks to drive. He can't. Passes it out. Howard, a deep 3. Got it. Jet Howard's been phenomenal this NBA Finals. And Dallas is up by 19. Brunson gets a screen. Drives. Wild pass. Tipped and rebounded by the Mavericks. Howard had it. Now it's ahead to Washington. Fights through. And Howard puts it up and in. How about that? Awareness from Dallas. It's been horrible for New York at the moment. Brunson drives. He can't get it. Randle gets the rebound. Brunson now for 3 and hits it. And right when I was starting to lose faith, the Knicks drill a 3 from Jalen Brunson, and Dallas calls timeout up by 20. Brunson trying to fight his way around Irving. Spins and blocked. Great block by Dallas, but what a move by Brunson. Irving now dribbles. Trying to find a lane around. Now backs up. Looking for a screen. Won't get it. Passes it out to Kleber. Kleber. Carter. He's guarded by Brunson now. Carter looking for a way around the youngster. He can't find one. Now going to give it back Irving. 5 on the shot clock. Irving in the paint. Drives. Puts one up and in. Kyrie Irving so good at finding ways to score. Irving. Wild pass to Kleber. Kleber. Irving. Irving gives it back to Kleber. Throws it over Doncic. Doncic back to Kleber. Tries from 2 and a hit. Near a buzzer beater right there for Max Kleber to end the half, and that ticks it down. So a big shot there, and Dallas is in full possession, up by 27 going into the half. The largest lead in finals history going into the half. It's been rough for New York. They've tried everything, but the Mavericks just continue to answer. They're trying to cruise on a path to win the series 4-0. There's still 24 minutes of basketball left to be played, but not a lot of hope here in the Garden. Can the Knicks do to fight right now? 5 on the shot clock. Here's a deep 3 and a hit. Dallas just can't seem to miss from long range. What a shot from Javon Carter. The lead's 25. Nearly 5 minutes with the Knicks scoring anything. Lively. Guarded by Len. Going to pass it back to Carter. 4, 3. Carter drives in, puts it up and in. This just continues to get worse and worse. When you're down by 42 points. DiVincenzo looking, just throws one up off the mark. Randle the rebound. Spins and puts it up and in. Great move by Randle. Cuts the lead down to 40. They had 13 in the fourth quarter. The Knicks only have 6 right now. That one off the glass. No, Washington gets it back and puts it in. It's unreal what's happening here. Brunson holding it. Now going to give it over DiVincenzo. Back to Brunson. Right now, at the moment, they've only scored 10 points in this quarter. Make it 13 with that 3 from Quentin Grimes. And they're going to end this quarter potentially with that amount. Doncic drives, trying to cross over DiVincenzo, kicks it out. Lively, a deep 2, won't hit. Doncic gets the rebound and puts it back up and in, and the foul. And that just might be the straw that ends the New York Knicks' final run. Luka Doncic has been huge all series long. 44 in Game 1, 31 in Game 2, had 26 back in Game 3, and already approaching over 25 tonight as subs coming in for the Mavericks, and they'll probably put all their bench players in for the fourth quarter. But Luka, his first finals appearance, and he has not let this team down. His and one is no good, as now rebound by the Knicks up the floor. And so here's Emmanuel quickly. He'll give it over. That 2 is no good. Rebound by Dallas. Final 20 seconds. And it looks like the Knicks will finish with 13 points in the quarter, nearly as bad as their 12-point fourth quarter game in Game 3. Howard holding it. 7 seconds, going to drive. Put it. Oh! Jett Howard, what a jam! To put an emphasis at the end of a dominant third quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second. Walker going to throw it up. No. Domination performance by the Mavericks. 33 points in the third quarter to the Knicks' 13. And they go into the fourth quarter with a huge lead. To be specific, their lead is 47 points. But what can the Knicks do to at least just make this look reasonable? The Knicks, they had a good run. The Cinderella story of the playoffs. This one's stripped and stolen. They got a draft. They got free agency. They got a lot of stuff they can do to make this team better. That three is good from McKenzie. And as for Dallas, of course, just phenomenal season, of course, being the fourth team in the West. They weren't necessarily a Cinderella, but they were still a team that a lot of people had crossed off as contenders, as Hardaway makes that three. Just a rough half for most of the roster of New York. That one, another three from Hardaway is good. And this lead is 46 now. That one's stripped. Fighting for it now. The Knicks get it. McKenzie up the floor. Less than 3.5 minutes to go here. McKenzie with it. Back out to the inside. As the Knicks just trying to at least end their season with some momentum here. Here's Hood. And this one up and no good. Rebound by Brown, who's going to throw it ahead to Hardaway. No points for Dallas in quite some time, as they currently sit up by 40 at the moment, but they will end that drought with a basket right here, and the lead is back to 42. As we're down to the final 2 minutes here in the season, Hood, deep three, got it. Good fourth quarter for Hood. He's been some bright spot this quarter for New York, as up the floor comes Dallas. Great season. As I mentioned, haven't had enough to say about this team. Just what they've done this postseason as Brown nails a three. Three is back and forth right now. As we're down 15 seconds, that one's up and in, and that will be the final points we see upon the NBA Finals. For the first time, we will have a sweep in the finals. The Knicks fans, they get a standing ovation for how far they have made it. But one team rises upon them all. It's the Dallas Mavericks, who have won the NBA Finals. Incredible season. Kyrie Irving brought mid-season last year. Their season was kind of already over at that point, but with a full season with him and what he's done to elevate this team alongside Luka Doncic, a playoff pairing that will go down in the ages as one of the best offensive pairings we've seen. Ever really since Steph Curry and Kevin Durant, but the sheer talent of this team. These are two teams in general that no one thought could make it through the other top three seeds in their conference, and here they were in this big series, and just we knew Dallas hands down were the favorites based on their competition they've went through this year. And of course, in a weaker Eastern Conference, the West was full of stacked teams, and Dallas not in the top three. You knew they were still, in the talk of making and winning the finals, and sure enough, they got there, fought through some of the better teams in the league, and they sweep New York in 4. An incredible series, and the Dallas Mavericks will go down as NBA Final champions. Luka Doncic will be your Finals MVP. Of course, one of the best three-point teams this season, and that surely helped them win this Finals series. There they are celebrating in the locker room. Luka finally gets his ring, and the Dallas Mavericks will go down as the NBA Final champs. 128-84 wasn't really a competition. Dallas took off with an 18-point lead in the first quarter and never looked back. New York, just simply a young team, wasn't ready to be here yet, and it showed. Doncic 27, Kyrie Irving 22 for Dallas. They led the way. Emmanuel Quickley with 13, bunch of players with 10 points for the Knicks, and they just could not do anything from the field. They shot underneath 45%, and that was truly the difference in this game. This is ASC, signing off.